Flyers TV is sponsored by the Bay Hotel. Jordan, speaking to you after training tonight, obviously you've watched a bit of the USA-Canada game, but what did you make of that?
It was a good game. We got to see the first period and then pretty much the end of the third there. Obviously it's tough seeing USA lose since I'm an American, but it was a good game, and that's the way it goes sometimes. Obviously the Canadian guys are pretty jacked up, but...
Did you get interviewed again? Oh my gosh, couldn't find anyone else?
Yeah, it was a good hockey game. It was a little bit more wide open than I thought it was going to be, but obviously the scoreline doesn't show that, but there was a lot of good chances. Goalies played well, and thankfully Canada came out on top.
What's the banter been like between the Americans and the Canadians in the dressing room?
It's been a bit low key. It hasn't been too bad, to be honest. We don't have an overly vocal team, so but yeah, little comments here and there, but when they won at the end there, it says enough, so we'll let the guys go home and think about it.
Obviously the game was playing when we had training tonight, so how did the guys keep up to date with the score?
Well, we watched the first period before we went out, obviously, and then it ended with about 50 minutes before practice, so we went out and had a good skate, and then I think somebody posted on the board on the outside of the glass there that was 1-0 or something like that. But so we missed second period, and then right when we came back in after practice, it was about 2 minutes into the third period, so guys caught the third period there. So yeah, it was a good game.
And obviously Canada and Sweden in the final. Who's going to win that, do you think?
I'm gonna have to go with Canada on that one. They're pretty deep. I mean, Sweden could pull it off though. They got good goaltending and they're pretty deep as well. But I'm gonna have to go with the Canadians. Back
to Fife Flyers. How's training been this week?
It's been pretty good. It's pretty upbeat. Guys are loose, and that's good. We've been playing like that lately, and we've been winning. So hopefully we can keep that going.
Obviously this weekend, two away games. You're looking forward to the games. Obviously Edinburgh on the Saturday and then Cardiff on the Sunday.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tough game. It's always tough playing in Edinburgh, but if we come in and play our game, I think we have a good chance of winning that game. And then we got a long trip down to Cardiff, but obviously it's a huge game. We're both battling for a playoff spot, so I think it's gonna be a playoff-like game there.
Yeah, it is. From here on out, every game's kind of do or die per se, and we just got to have that kind of Game 7 mentality. It's a cliche and everyone uses it this time of year, but the position we've put ourselves in, it's especially that one game can make the difference between us making the playoffs or not. So we just got to take it one game at a time, starting with Edinburgh on the Saturday, which is we talk about it all the time. It's a tough place to go play a hockey game, and if they're on their game, they can pull it back, and they're a team. Obviously their playoff chances are pretty much done, but a team that's playing for pride and nothing to lose can be dangerous sometimes. So we got to be focused going in there sharp and make sure we put in a good 60-minute performance and have everybody going. Are
we kind of going to Edinburgh expecting to get the 2 points?
Yeah, obviously we're going into every game expecting 2 points, and obviously Edinburgh's at the bottom of the standings, but they can beat anybody any given night just like any other team. So we're going in there getting 2 points and going to play with confidence like we usually do.
Now Cardiff are one of the teams that we're trying to catch up with in the playoff fight. So a big game on Sunday. Yeah,
it's a huge game. We're both fighting for spots, like I said, and we just gotta treat it like any other game, and it's gonna be like a playoff game. So it'll be tough, especially on the road.
Obviously a big game on Sunday as well. Obviously Cardiff are one of the teams we're trying to catch in the playoff spots.
Yeah, it's a huge 4-point game. We got a couple games in hand on Cardiff, and obviously Saturday is one of those. So if we can kind of get those 2 points on Saturday and go down there with a little added confidence, then you go down there and then a big win. That's a 4-point swing, and then all of a sudden we're I think 3 points behind them with a game in hand, and all of a sudden now it's a real race. So. Again, Cardiff, tough place to play. That long bus journey, especially after a game on Saturday night, it's not an easy task. But this time of year, I think everyone's got that little bit extra focus and a little bit extra zip, and in the sense that they know how desperate we are to get wins. So we'll go down there and we'll play a hockey game, and hopefully again that guys can put in a performance and execute the way we want.
This is the best time of the year, getting closer to the playoffs, and we're obviously fighting for a spot. So. This is pretty much the playoffs for us right now, and we're just taking it game by game, and hopefully we can keep winning and stay on a roll here and make the playoffs.
I think it was last week you got the league's Player of the Week. Were you quite pleased to get that accolade?
Yeah, it's obviously an honor to get that, but I mean, it's a team effort. I think, the whole team's been playing well, and my linemen's been playing well, so it's a team effort.
Just finally, I was speaking to Jordan Fulton there. How, just kind of what's been your take on his season at Fife?
Jordan. Oh, I mean, Jordan's been a bull for us all year. He does a little bit of everything, and I've made comments before. A lot of the stuff that he does do goes unnoticed, or maybe it doesn't. But he just dogs that puck down low, and he skates that puck through the neutral zone, and he creates so much for his line mates as well. He backs teams off, and he drives teams crazy, and through hard work, and he finds ways to get under team skin as well. But he plays the game hard. He plays the game the right way, and then all of a sudden you see him at the top of our scoring list as well. He's our top scorer. So like I said, a bit of everything, and he's been great for us all year.